Hello, everyone. And this is I Review the Gods, where we review any and everything. Today we are reviewing Faritas, I guess this is what that is, and chili lamb, gluten free, spicy rolled tortilla chips. Now, this is basically just an overview of chips, period. It's not more just of this. I think I'm going to just chip overview. Yeah, that's more what it's going for. Especially the chips that's in the store that you let your children buy and that you probably grew up on. You, as a parent, 100% need to start looking at the content of what your children eat. This is amazing. Say hello to the birdies if I didn't say that. Now, this is another one of those servings of 6 here, and the sodium content is 550 milligrams times 6. This is 2 days worth of sodium in this bag here. These things are delicious. They really, really are. But I've had these for a long, long time. And I only ate a few of them because of the salt content. I'm going to eventually just toss them. I bought them more for purposes of showing you stuff like this that you really need to, when you give your children snack anything but potato chips, especially these saltier ones that have spicy content, red hot stuff like that. When you buy your kids those, you need to look at the bag. This bag here is 2 days worth of sodium. 2. And this isn't even going to be your kids' meal. If you give this, okay, so most people eat 3 meals a day. I need you to understand why Americans are pretty much, at one point in time they said 3,500 milligrams of sodium. Is way more than that now. If they knew the contents of it, and that only reason is even that low when it comes to the average is because you have healthy minded people who don't eat that much. So if they didn't exist, America would probably be pushing 5,000 milligrams of sodium a day. You're supposed to get no more than 22, 21, just depends on the person. You got high blood pressure, it's supposed to be lower. But you can see that the average American, we're not averaging it out for all Americans, but the average non-healthy American eats probably 5,000 milligrams of sodium a day. That's like 3 days worth of sodium. This is why the blood pressure in America is going up, and heart disease and all these problems, because we don't take in consideration what we eat. And especially like in the store, they don't really have this here. If you go to a fast food place, because Subway content on their sandwiches and that processed meat is amazing. You should check it out. If you eat Subway, you need to check out the sodium content in the food you eat. You should please start to pay attention to the sodium that you eat, because like I say, we are the most abundant nation in the world, but we have the most sick people too. So that's an issue, and it's mostly because of our food and what we put in our bodies. This is a true saying: you are what you eat. Because the vast majority of us was not born with high blood pressure, weird blood pressure, or diabetes. You got that through your food and eating. So the ingredients is corn, mesa flour, then it says water, then it says vegetable oil, cottonseed and or corn seasoning, salt, corn, sugar, monosodium glutamate, Natural flavors: red aluminum lake, auto yeast extract, chili powder, lime juice powder, yellow aluminum lake, sodium isotate, and guayulate. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Arabic gum, modified cornstarch, blue aluminum lake. I'm hoping that's just what they named the food coloring with. Hope it's not actually aluminum coloring, because you know how the world goes. And this is manufactured snack product code, blah, 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 product of Mexico, which is good. That means that they're not going to use, but no matter what you say about Mexico, high fructose corn syrup and certain things are banned in their country. So maybe this is just a color, but I can't really tell you that. It's something that someone will have to research. But if you give your kids this bag, and this bag is good, they will eat it all. They will eat 3,000. I mean, let me go back to what I was saying. 3 meals, and then you eat snacks. Let's just say the normal average breakfast, because hopefully no one eats heavy breakfast. If you eat a regular breakfast, that's 500 milligrams of sodium. If you eat a heavy breakfast, that's 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So then you gave your kid this, they're going to polish this whole thing off. And you know what? They'll sit there, eat all these chips until they blue in the face or red in the face because of the chips. They're at 35 to 4,000 milligrams, and they haven't ate lunch yet. And do a regular lunch, that's at least 1,000. So now your kid's at, basically 5,000 at 10 dinner. Rice, all this other stuff. Depends on what you eat, because white rice has no sodium in it. It breaks down as carbohydrates. But all of that dirty rice and yellow rice and all the other rice, they have tons of sodium in it. And then God knows what else you guys are eating. You're pushing 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 milligrams of sodium if your kid has one of these bags. So for yourself, especially for your kids, you definitely want to pay attention to what they eat. Don't let them be all willy-nilly buying stuff on their own, because they will buy something like this and they will polish the whole bag off, and you don't know that they just ate like 3,400 milligrams of sodium in one sitting. Later.